Good evening, everybody, and welcome. It's Rick Utzer here with AirgunwebTV. I know I had this premiere video up there telling everybody I wasn't going to have a live today. I had some stuff going on, still have some stuff going on, but things changed. So let me just jump right into it. First of all, thank you guys for showing up tonight. Anyway, and I'll just tell you what was in that video just briefly. I've had some things going on personally, health-related, that require some attention. Short story is I went to get some tests done today, and there was a mix-up. The hospital didn't get my orders, so I wasn't able to get the test done. So short answer is that I stayed around there for a few hours to see if they could get me in. They couldn't. And so when I did talk to the doctor, he said, go home. We'll reschedule you for next Tuesday. So hello, everybody. So next Tuesday probably won't have a live unless they get me in and out quickly enough, and then I'll come up. I'm going to try and do a live next week, but depending on how I feel, I may not. And so I'm going to be upfront and honest with you guys. I haven't told folks what's really going on, and I'll be brief. And I'm telling you guys this so that you can just be aware of things. And for those of you that would like to, obviously, you guys can keep me in prayer and keep my family in prayer. So a couple years ago, first things first, a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia. And that is a degenerative disease, happens slowly. I've been very blessed that I have not shown any symptoms, and that's just being monitored. So I have that going on, and it's something that we are working through. And my faith and my hope is solely and purely in Christ, and that is not going to change regardless of what I see in front of me. So the challenges, the continued challenges that come up, I'm not going to be moved. I will not be moved off of my faith in Christ over my health, my life, and my family's life. Most recently, and you guys, if you saw the Gamma video, you saw that I had something that prevented me from going out and doing some hunting. And short story is I had a couple episodes where I passed out and had a seizure, and didn't know what was causing it. So we were looking through, talked to my GP, started looking and getting some doctors lined up for getting those things checked out. Well, I had an echocardiogram done, and that showed an issue with my aortic valve. And so today's test was really to go have some more direct diagnostic tests done to see what really is going on and what can be done beyond that. So short answer is we don't know. Don't know yet. And so hopefully next Tuesday I'll be able to get those tests done and then be able to move forward. So right now they've got me on limited activities, which I'm fairly limited. You can see it's not like I'm running any marathons, guys. So it should not interrupt my day-to-day stuff. And I know you guys probably, especially those that know me and know my family and care about me, really probably care less about the Airgun stuff and care more about me, I hope. But anyway, we're still going forward to the Airgun stuff. It really shouldn't impact the things I'm doing. I may have some period of times where I may need to take a break and deal with, some treatment options that may come up. I don't know what those are going to be yet, but you guys know what's happening. Short story is we don't know really all of it, but the echo is pretty clear that there's an issue with my aortic valve. So I really can't go jogging like I'm a big jogger or do anything real strenuous. And so that's where we're at. I have some more tests coming up and this week to try and rule out some other things with regards to the seizure and seizures that happen too. So that's just full out what's happening in my life as far as that goes. I have a lot of really cool things going on too with our fellowship and family and friends and folks around me, and the airgunning community, those that know what I'm going through, have been extremely supportive and, you know, anyway, lifting me up in their prayers, which I greatly appreciate. And so that's where things are. I thought today, I didn't know how the things were going to go at the hospital, and they didn't go. So I'm here, and we can go ahead and do a live show. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about some cool stuff tonight. And I did get a package in today that I'm super pumped about. I got a package from Fix It Sticks. I didn't know anything about these guys. I saw their products on Airgun Depot. Then I actually got an email from them sort of saying, you know, it was a regular press release kind of thing. And I emailed back, and they were like lickety-split, dropped a kit in the mail to me, which we're going to kind of go through all those bits and pieces today, because it's extremely high quality. I have no idea what prices are, so forgive me. I haven't done the research on, you know, like what this little kit costs. They actually sent me some of their cool little torque bits as well. This is a fixed 65-pound, and this is a fixed 25-pound. So they have some really cool things that go with it. And we're going to actually look how all that works. I got a couple scopes here. We're going to play with that. The other thing I want to talk about, it is kind of a funny thing. It's cool that you guys, yeah, we're going to be demoing that kit. So just bear with us. It's kind of cool you guys saw the humor in my oopsie doopsie on the Brocock. It was funny because, you know, as I said in the video, I go through the manual, I look at materials, try and pull together, you know, information when I'm going to do a video, and then I just got it wrong. Wasn't any information really to be had, but after talking with Airguns of Arizona and Precision Airgun Distribution, then, you know, we got the numbers right, and obviously that just opens up that product. I liked it before, and now I like it even more. So, and we're going to do a whole lot more with this. Now that we know the capabilities of that gun, we're certainly really going to be working on that, working with it, because it is really a cool product. And when the wind dies down around here, I'd like to go just use it as a truck gun and do some hunting around the range. So that's going to be a lot of fun. As always, if you guys have questions, I'll do the best I can to answer them in the chat here. Before I jump right to the Fix It Sticks, excuse me, I want to let you guys know about some upcoming videos. Brian, my buddy Brian's been here. He's going to be doing some work on the range. We're super excited about that because we're going to be able to push the range back some, get the back wall up higher. It'll be safer. It'll be more range, more distance. So if we might be able to get 150 yards here at the studio, which, as you guys know, if we have a nice range that's 150 yards, that's going to give us even that much more capacity to actually do some solid testing. So that is... yeah, thank you, Lon. I appreciate that. Be strong and very courageous. It's one of my favorite verses from Joshua. So if we can get the range upgraded, that's going to be super awesome, and it'll be done in time for our Airgun Expo, which we have coming up too. So, all right. So the videos we shot the other day, and Brian was helping me, we have if you guys saw the Gamma video, and actually you saw my Gamma, the gear for Gamma SMC, Squirrelmaster Classic. Then I was shooting the Fusion Mach 1 Swarm 10X Gen, whatever it is. The Gen 2 Fusion Mach 1. That gun has all of the best features Gamma has in their standard power rifle. And they come together really, really well. So I have a whole video on that gun. And then we shot a couple videos with the new Gauntlet G2, so the Gauntlet 2 and 30 caliber, and that is a beast of an air gun. I can't wait to see those videos being edited and share those with you because they are really, really good. Steve over at ABS, we also shot your 254 slugs and the Hubin and got some phenomenal results. Also, next time I do a video, and I've got a bunch of products stacking up that I need to get down the range and do some studio videos. I've got a gun safe cleaning kit. I've got a slide-on night optic thing. So I've got a bunch of stuff that's sort of stacked up on me. I need to get down there and film with. And I also have the little power generator thing I want to tell you guys about that's been working really well. Anyway, the to tell you about something I forgot. Yes, the AVS, the Hubin. Sorry. One of the things I want to show you guys how to do is my accuracy of the Hubin went sort of sideways. It was kind of a bummer. And I didn't know what it was. And Brian said, you know, there's issues. You got to clean the barrel. It's one of those guns you got to actually clean the barrel on. And he said he saw a guy did it. He had to dismantle the whole gun. And I'm like, well, that's not going to be fun. I have a trick to show you guys how to clean a gun. Now, we do also have the other product we got in, and let me just pull the name up because I apologize. I forgot what it is. Let me see. I know Airgun Depot sells them. And Brian, if you're on, maybe you can jump on here and tell me. But the so cleaning, it's the little pull through. Oh gosh, what is it? It's cleaning supplies. Hold on, let me get it. I'm gonna find it. Just bear with me here. Cleaning and maintenance. Here it is. Patchworm. That's what it was. All right, so let me jump over the screen real quick. As I said, we've got a ton of really cool products that have come in that we need to get to. So Patchworm sent me one of their kits. Now, that is great when you don't have the ability to get a rod in from, you know, the breech area, or it's just, well, it's just a really good kit. Field friendly, all of that stuff. And this kit, which is what they sent me, goes from 20 to 50 caliber, and it's awesome. So we're going to kind of do some tutorials on how to use all this stuff. It's very, very, very cool. So, and I should really show you their website here. Let me just see. There we go. All right, so here's their website, guys. So we're going to be talking about all of these things in some upcoming videos, so definitely stay with us there. All right. Anyway, back to the story. With the Hubin, I have a very cool way to show you guys how to clean a gun when you actually, there is no breech. And you have baffles and all these other things without having to dismantle the gun, how to clean the barrel quickly and easily and safely. And we clean the barrel, and gosh, Steve, those 254s, you were not kidding. They shoot extremely well. So super pumped about being able to bring you. I mean, that's sort of like a little synopsis of what's coming down the pipe here. So let's take a quick peek here. Let's see. Here's a question. I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Good evening. Is it possible to harmonize a 9mm caliber PCP big bore barrel recluse to shoot the speed greater than 400 plus meters per second? That I don't know. Let's see. David asking about the Airgun Expo. Yes, all plans are moving forward for that. I don't see anything on the horizon right at the moment that's going to make that not a thing. We are going to be doing it a little bit differently this year. I look to have our nightly wraps, and we're going to have live as well as pre-recorded, sort of like I did for Airgun Week, where we had premieres, like multiple premieres throughout the week. We'll be doing that as well as live videos. So things are a little bit different this year. The market's a little bit different, and we're trying to adapt to that to make, have a really fun week. So definitely that's going to be happening. Let's see. I wish I had some 35 or some 25 grain FX pellets. I don't have any. I have 22 and 30. Little tip on the 30s. I don't know if I want to spoil it. The 30s FX 30 cal slugs shot phenomenally out of the gauntlet. 30 cal. We tested. We've got pellets. We've got a video on pellets and a video on slugs. I'll let you guys see the details. Spoiler alert, the FX pellet shot really, really, really well. Anyway. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, that patchwork kit is very, very cool. I look forward to showing you guys how to use that. In fact, Brian was the guy who showed me that whole little kit. It's pretty awesome. All right, so let's jump over here to the fix-it sticks. All right, so I hope the camera angle works okay. First of all, let's just go through the toolkit, right? Today's show, we're sitting at 6:45. I do have a bunch of other things. The slugs are the 30 cal slugs for FX are 44.5 grain, and they are nighttime EBR. Yes, that I've actually talked to ATN about that. I'm getting off topic here, and that looks like we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. It may be a pre-recorded thing because it may be tough to do live, but I'm hoping Joe will be out. I'm trying to convince Joe to come out and actually be here the whole week again. I think that'd be awesome. And Brian's going to be here, and we'll see who else we can come out. But I think if we shot the Gauntlet 2 with the FX slugs at night, I think that would be a pretty epic shooting contest. And everybody uses the same gun and the same scope. It comes down to the shooter then, doesn't it? All right. Here's the kit they sent me. So this, first of all, they have a bunch of different kits. Let me really quickly jump over here. All right, so shop shooting. All right, so they have like these kits look really okay, so this little kit, I can find it. What kit did they send me? Load more products. Okay, so just so you guys know, the links to their link to their website's in the video description. Oh, that looks really cool, doesn't it? That little bench kit. Ah, man, I would spend way too much money here. Come on. I really want to find this kit here. Let's see. Man, they got a lot of really cool stuff. Maybe they sent me a conglomeration of their best parts in like a little kit here. Like that is this kit here looks really, really nice, doesn't it? Nut drivers, bits. Okay, let me tell you why I like what they sent me. And I don't know, I don't see this as like a stock item. So this is what they sent me. I don't see this as like an item. We got the ratcheting. All right, I don't see this particular SKU. So I'm going to guess that either this is a new SKU or you can custom put this together because I know you can buy all the bits and pieces. But let me show you what we got here, okay? Okay, so the first thing I noticed is like when I'm out and I'm out at the range, that is with me pretty much all the time. That's my just regular old Allen set, but that does not help me when I have a scope that has torque bits. That's kind of, I just don't have anything that now works with that, which really stinks. So I'm always having to keep a bunch of different tools. So what this has, we'll get back to playing with that in a minute. What this has is like some of the most popular sizes you're going to need, right? So on the hex side, we have 3, 4, and 5. No, this is standard. I put my, there it is. Okay, so here's my little bit. Now this is the ratcheting one. Okay, and the teeth on that, I mean, I tried to count them. I probably failed, but it's like over 100 clicks per rotation. So they're very, very fine. So I don't know if that's important to you or not, but it's very precise on that, which I think is pretty cool. Now it's shipped with 3, 4, and 5. So like on your regular scope, like here's a Hawk scope with Hawk mounts, you're going to have 4 is going to be your regular rail mounts, and then 3 is going to be your top mount. So really, and then like on an Evanex gun, if you need to drain it, 5 is the size to drain the bottle. So really, for the most part, I could do a lot of, all my scope work can be done right there. And every bit just can stay right in the T-handle. So, I mean, that's We put this all back together. All right, so there you go. Now, if I have a scope, that has Torx, it actually came with, let's see, we have T6, 8, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And again, this is where, having the right tool, and I'll tell you that the precision fit of these parts, this is not Harbor Freight. Let me just say that. Okay, so the fit and finish of this is really, really nice. Of course, it's all magnetic, as you can see, it snaps in, but you really have a lot of, well, you put a lot of torque on things. Now, if you want to get specific with how much torque, they actually come with these. They actually have one that's variable, and then they have this one, which is actually, and I don't want to put too much torque on this, but we'll just kind of give you a basic of how this would work. And I don't know if 25 pounds is too much here, so I'm not going to do it. But as you turn it, when you hit the limit, it just, the green stops and the wrench keeps moving, so you can't over torque what you're putting, or your scope, or whatever, whether you're going into the rail or you're torquing your scope down. You can have precision parts here to make everything work right, which is very, very cool. Okay, so that magnet wants to pop out. There it is. All right, so we'll put that away. All right, so torque bit goes back. All right, so as you can see, you have some really cool tools. And I'm thinking, if I were to build one of these up myself, I think I may take out some of these Torx. I probably don't need the standards, because every gun I work on is all metric. I would maybe want to go a little smaller and maybe a little bigger on the metric hex side. I may even want to go, see what size flathead do they give me here. 5, that's probably fine. And we have a Phillips 1 and a Phillips 2. What might be more practical is a Phillips 2 and a Phillips 3, because the Phillips 3 is a lot of the brake barrels on the stock. They're a larger, a number 2 Phillips is too small. So I think you could customize this if we go over to the page. We'll click back over here. All right, so you could actually stock up on just the bits you want. So you could actually build your kit to be just what you want. That's pretty cool. I mean, you could tailor this to just go in your shirt pocket, in your field kit, whatever you need. I have to say I'm impressed. I do love the ratcheting function of this. Maybe you guys can hear that. So it's very fine adjustments. I think it's very cool. So that's the Fix-It Sticks. So I will get more information from them as time goes on. And, gosh, it would be interesting if we created some kits for some specific air guns, like a Hatsan kit or an Evanex kit or a Benjamin kit or something like that. Because, gosh, I've taken all that stuff apart a whole whackload of times. I could probably create, gun brand specific kits or model specific. I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that would be a cool idea and if it would be something you'd buy. Maybe I can work with them on coming up with like an Evanex kit, or like I said, a Hatsan kit or whatever. But this is my new best friend, man. When I take it out, this combined with, let me just flip back over here. This combined with like the little patchworm kit, and I've got literally, I could put my entire maintenance and repair materials in a pants pocket. So that is very, 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 very cool. So Angie, I don't know if you're up here tonight, because you probably saw my note and saw I wasn't going to be here, but you had a really cool kit at Scoremaster. You're going to love this. It has this little part here, which is like a multi-size wrench and I'm guessing some sort of means to pry out, like if you're working on an AR or something and you want to get that that pin out. And maybe I should just ask him what this is, but I'm just guessing because it didn't really come with any paperwork. I guess they could, they figured I could figure out that that's your driver, and you know, these are your bits, you know. Anyway, but this one has me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's obviously multiple different size on hexes. I wish it fit like on this here, for example, but this is too big. So anyway, I don't know what that's exactly, what the sizes are, but anyway, we will, we'll figure all that out next time we get together and talk about this, but maybe we'll actually do a whole teardown of an air gun and put it back together, and we'll just use the Fix-It 6. Maybe I can show you guys how to work on the, like do the barrel swap on the new Ibex Flex. Maybe that would be a fun, you keep this in your tool bag. That would be kind of cool. So let's take a look at some questions and see if we've got anything coming up here. Let's see. As far as the G2, let me get back up here. I've missed a bunch of, apologize, I've missed a bunch of things, so forgive me on that. Back to the, let's see. When's the G2 going to be available? Well, the G2 is, I know they're getting them. They're finishing some assembly in Arkansas. I hope that's not a secret. Forgive me, Umrex. And I believe you should be seeing them hit store shelves pretty soon. I mean, like right around the corner. So I can't say like tomorrow, nor can I say the guarantee by the end of the month, but they're going to be pretty soon. So very, very soon. If you're looking to get like your next like affordable hunting air gun, you're going to want to look at the Gauntlet. The G230 is a beast. I can't wait to show you guys the videos on that gun. It is really, really good. In fact, I've bumped those videos ahead on my production schedule just so we can get those out sooner. Let's see. Oh, let's see here. Okay. So Raphael is asking me a question. The Snow Peak P35 and the Umrex Origin. I believe Snow Peak makes the Origin, so I don't know anything about the P35, so let me look it up. See if I can get a picture. Let's see, images. Okay, that looks very much, hold on. Looks pretty nice. I don't know enough about it, but it looks like I should be showing you guys what I'm looking at. I apologize. Duh. Let's go back here. Okay. All right. Well, we were looking at the P35, right? All right. So looks nice. I really don't know much about the gun. So, but I mean, it looks like a pretty decent gun. Certainly would be one that I would be interested in giving a try to. Is it manuals and running fire? I'm guessing, is it semi-auto? No information on the manual. Yeah, I don't know enough about it. So without me knowing anything, without having put my hands on it and just looking at it here, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'd want to test performance and range and accuracy and all that other stuff. The Origin is a great shooting gun, so I'm a fan of that gun, but this one may be great too. I don't know. Let's see. I see you guys have some I know you guys have, there's some folks that didn't like the Origin. I know Daniel had a problem with his. I've got 22s and 25s, and they have been working really, really good for me. I mean, I don't shoot them every single day, so I maybe have a couple thousand rounds through them, but mine have been doing really well. So I have personally no experience with them failing or giving me a fit. So I have to kind of go by my experience. But I don't discount that you also haven't had your challenges with them. But I just personally, I've had really good luck with them. Now, I shoot them as I get them. So I don't take them apart. I don't try and tweak them. I don't try and do anything but put air in them and shoot them. So, you know, I maybe on the 25, I might have turned the hammer spring, or at least played with the hammer spring a little bit just for giggles. And I think, I'm trying to, did we? No, it was a different gun. I've been shooting so many guns with Brian here lately that I forgot what I've done. But no, I just shoot them as they come, as far as, you know, the Origins go, and I've not had any problem. So let's see. Anything for the sale date on the JTS? Yeah, I talked to Travis this week. I talked to him yesterday, and we're probably looking July, realistically. I hope they get it. Hopefully they get it sooner, but it looks like July. So, yeah, wish I had better information for you guys on that. Let's see. Chad, I have not tried immersive optics. If somebody else out there has, please let them know. JDP, on the Gauntlet 2, I believe the O-rings on the G2, again, I've shot a ton of guns, so I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure the O-rings are on the probe. So you don't have a breech O-ring that's getting dragged in and out. The O-rings are on the probe, and I did not have any cycling issues at all, and we have shot it a lot. Now, I will say, and I say this in my video, so you guys will see this, when it comes to shooting slugs, I believe, I'm not an engineer, all right, guys, so maybe I'm completely wrong, but I believe that, and I don't even know what this is called, it escapes my mind. If one of you guys know, please let me know. I used to know what it is, but I forgot. In fact, Dave over at Hunter Supply was talking to me about it when I went to visit him one time. But there's a space between like the end of the breech and where the rifling starts. That is very shallow, so it's fine for pellets. But when you want to put in a slug, specifically one that's a little longer, like the FX slugs, boy, you're going to get a workout getting that freaking slugged in the breech. Yeah, it's a challenge. You can do it, and I did it a lot. In fact, I might have bruised my hand doing it so many times. It takes a lot of effort. It's absolutely worth it, by the way. The accuracy and power you get is worth the effort of loading slugs into the gauntlet. But I'm pretty sure that the O-rings are on the probe, so I think that shouldn't be a problem if you've had issues with that in the past. Well, let's see here. Now, Heath, if you're talking about the Diana Skyhawk as a Snow Peak, I had a Skyhawk. That's a really nice gun. It looks very, you know, let me switch back over. That, you guys can't see, but, oh, here it is. That right there, that end cap, I was like, where have I seen that before? And it was like on the Diana Outlaw. And I had some Skyhawks, and they have that same end cap. So that's where I've seen it. So that does look very familiar from that perspective. Thanks for letting me know. If it shoots as well as the Skyhawk, it's going to be a hard gun to beat. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know, JDP, on that breech issue. I mean, it would be easy enough to pull the barrel out and just check it. And if you checked it, you might be able to use something to just smooth out any rough edges. Maybe something I'll take a look at on my 22 and well, I have 22, 25, and 30 now. I can check them. I haven't had any bits wearing out. O-rings, I mean, is that, I don't know if that's an all the time thing or if that's a unique to your gun thing. I haven't experienced it on mine. But again, I have so many guns. It's not like I go and shoot that gun 500 times a week. So I shoot it when I need to shoot it, and then I shoot it a lot, but then it goes back on the rack. So I don't put the same wear and tear on products that you guys do. So, I'm not always the best judge of that long-term durability until I've had it for a couple of years and really have spent some time with it. So let's see. Headspace is what they're calling it. That works for me. Yeah, Derek, what's the warranty on the Origin? I would certainly reach out to them. And here's a question, and I think I talked about it last week. Let me see if I have a picture. So bear with me for a moment, because what happened to my, really? It's gone? What the heck? Photos. All right, yes. Let me show you some pictures. I know we talked about this last week, but this is an important part, especially for shooters that are maybe used to, let's say, okay, so you've got an entry-level PCP. If you've got a $300 PCP, you're not going to go, I had the picture. Where is it? Here it is. If you have a $300 PCP, you are not going to go and all right, there it is. All right, let me show you this picture. If you have a $300 PCP, you're not going to go and buy a $2,000 compressor, right? I get it. But if you have a cheaper compressor and you're in a humid environment and you don't filter it on the high pressure side, this is what you get, okay? This is a part of a gun. This was a Rex valve. I sent this to a customer. They had it for all of a week and a half. And in a week and a half, this is what happened from the air that they were putting in the bottle out of an Amazon $300 compressor. It wasn't a Young Hang. It was one of the little 12-volt jobbies. And I'm not going to talk about the name brand because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's the fault of the pump. I think as a user, you need to know that there's nothing in those pumps that's going to filter out moisture. You got to get something on the output side to dry, to give that air a chance to condense and be filtered before you put it in your gun. If you don't, you're going to do this. Now, why I'm showing you this is because what this led to, let me switch over. I'll show you the picture of the spring. Okay, so this is the spring that came out of the gun. And that happened within like a week or so. Maybe 2 weeks. I mean, that is very, very quickly things go downhill with moisture under pressure. Let me switch and I'll show you the reason of all of this is it caused the seal that is under this part. Excuse me, there's a little white Delrin seal. This is the Rex valve. There's a little white Delrin seal under there, and if it gets the tiniest little bit of gunk or debris, it's going to leak. If you're getting air out of the barrel, you definitely have a leak where the valve seals. Okay, so you've got, this is the valve. It's going to seal here. You've got a pin. The hammer hits the pin, opens the valve. That connection is leaking probably. And there are so many things that can cause that. I don't know what, I don't know what compressors or hand pumps or what you're using, but the importance of clean, dry air, I cannot stress or emphasize enough. You got to have clean, dry air. You can have an inexpensive compressor. Even get a Young Hang water bucket cooled compressor if you want. I mean, as long as you're shooting, I don't care really what you're filling. As long as on the output side you have an adequate means of condensing the air before you're dumping it into your guns. You need it to cool down and condense and get the water out of it. And then you need to have something between the condensing part and the output where you're filtering and further drying that air. If you're not doing that, you set yourself up for problems and you set yourself up for equipment failure. The more complicated the gun, the more quickly you can run into a problem. This is just reality. It just is the way it is. Dry and filter your air. Well, condense and filter your air on the output side of whatever you're using to fill your air gun is going to save you some headache. Now, I can't say that's what's happened to your Origin. I don't know. And I'm not saying that is. But I've seen so many people that have PCPs that have developed leaks and problems, and probably 8 out of 10 that I get back from customers that have developed leaks, I've always found corrosion in the cylinder or around parts that are supposed to fit tightly. And then I ask them what they're using to fill their gun, and it's some very inexpensive compressor or a hand pump, and it's not properly filtered. So, and dry air's not dried and filtered. So, take it with a grain of salt, however you want to take it. But however you're filling your guns, please make sure you're getting good, clean, dry air, or you set yourself up for equipment failure. Let's see. Hey there, Ivan. You have an old 95 I worked on for you? That's pretty cool. I remember when I was doing all the service for Hatsan. That was quite many years ago, probably 10 years ago, 11 years, well, 10, 9, 10, 11. Anyways, a while ago. That was a lot of fun. I remember meeting with the owner of Hatsan, and we had no manuals, we had nothing. It was just figure it out as you go. It was a lot of fun. I missed that somewhat. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, so JDP, one of the things that I found recently with my Evanex guns, I have the new Ibexes in. We had some weirdness going on. It's so unbelievably dry here in Texas and dusty that I had to put some silicone oil on the O-rings, and then the guns started working fine. So if you guys are living in an environment that's dry and dusty, you may find that just lubing your O-rings, when you go out to shoot, put some silicone oil on your O-rings and you solve your problem. So give that a shot too. That may help. See you later, Heath. Have a great night. Yeah, Derek, if you got a refurbished one and you're having to ship it back, it is at a $300 gun. I had a gentleman reach out to me here recently, and he had bought, what did he buy? Might have been like a gauntlet, and he actually buggered the gun up. And by the time he ships it to me, I get the replacement parts, put it back together. He could buy a new gun. And I hate that's the case, but it is the case. And I don't think they really have parts available, which is kind of a bummer. It becomes a bit of a disposable product that way, which is not my favorite thing, but it is what it is in that case. Timmy, I have a pile of them. Reach out to me over email and let me know what you're looking for. We'll see what we can do. JDP, that's an interesting point. He's saying that he's got an inline filter. Did you get one of the little teeny ones, or did you get one of the longer ones with multi-filter chambers? Let me know. I've had a lot of things recently where the Fosters, they're not standard, so they work only half the time. I've had that problem. I don't have an answer. I think some are metric and some are standard. Who knows what it is? But something's off with the tolerances of either either end. They just ain't working together. And I've had that a lot lately. Even the little male-to-male fittings or some of the other fittings, trying to make those work. They'll work in one end and not the other, and they're just all over the map. I'm having to actually take some, turn them down in my lathe to get them to actually work. So what you're experiencing there, especially if you're buying like from Amazon or so forth, yeah, it's a struggle. I have had, I'd say good luck. I've had success getting the black male-to-male fittings from Pyramid Air. Let's see. See if they have them. Yeah, this one. So this is what, if I need a fitting, this usually works. I will say that the fittings I've bought from Pyramid Air have all worked really well. I haven't had any problems. The things I have bought from Amazon, it's been hit or miss. So I know that these are a lot more expensive, but if they work reliably, maybe it's worth spending a little more money. Anyway, that. Yeah, so Derek's saying he's got filters and all kinds of stuff. The best thing you can do is just filter and clean that air. You'll be very, very happy you did. Yeah, I would, JDP, I would say if you need some different fittings, I would certainly try, I would definitely try Pyramid Air, and just buy a higher class fitting, and maybe that'll help you out a little bit. All right. All right, guys. I'm probably going to wrap it up a little early tonight. I've got some other projects to work on. I've got some planning to do for Airgun Expo. Thank you guys for coming up and hanging out. I apologize. We had the premiere that didn't premiere, but you guys know what's going on now. There's really no point in making anything more than what it is because I don't know what it is yet. So, once I know stuff, I'm pleased to share with you, what's happening, and I appreciate y'all's prayers and so thank you. Well, I don't know what else to say. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for tonight. And I hope to see you guys next week. Well, not next week. If I have that procedure next week, I will not have a show next week. But maybe I'll do one like later in the week and we'll make up for it. So, but that's going to be the scoop. Thank you guys for joining us here. And, we'll see you again soon. But that's going to be it. You guys have a good night.